Today's artists are unfortunate because they live in an era dominated by capital and tech. Capitalism, as a mode of production, represents a major revolution in the realm of material production. This revolution has brought positive outcomes in economic prosperity and widespread material abundance, but at an enormous cost. With the decline of ancient societies, the ideals about humanity that once existed in those societies have also been eradicated. Humans have been reduced to tools for the accumulation of capital. The primary role of contemporary serious art is rebellion, to expose the stark, unvarnished condition of modern humanity. We are laid bare, with no spiritual refuge, thrust into the world without shelter. An honest and sincere artist will not conceal this reality. They will not depict modern humanity as spiritually fulfilled or strong, because that is not the truth. As a result, art that speaks in this way often makes us uncomfortable and distressed. Such works lack the traditional sense of aesthetic value. If you look at avant-garde art, this is exactly the feeling it gives you. This is not an achievement of art but rather the frankness of art. Avant-garde art openly reveals the mediocrity of contemporary humanity and our lack of a spiritual home. By laying this bare, it achieves something valuable: honesty. It is rebellious. In rebelling against traditional aesthetic values and ideals, it exposes the disconnection between our era and tradition. For artists living in such a time, being a pioneer of artistic truth is even more exhausting and challenging. When these artists look at ancient art, they often admire and revere it, feeling that they cannot match its heights. Take, for example, China's Book of Songs, Shijing. Can anyone write something like that today? It's like how Europeans speak of ancient Greek art: it is an unattainable height. In the face of the paradigms of ancient Greek art, later European art is often seen as a process of decline. But this isn't the fault of the artists, it's a characteristic of the era. We live in an alienated and mutated age. Successful contemporary artists are often deeply knowledgeable about and familiar with classical art. They are not spiritually impoverished. For instance, Picasso's artistic creations went through several phases. In his earliest phase, he worked in a classical style, producing works of great artistic value. But he stopped. Why? Because he believed that continuing to create in that way would be self-deception. Today is not like that anymore. Sincerity is a fundamental quality of an artist, so Picasso could not continue using classical artistic methods to mask the alienated realities of the present. Instead, he initiated change. Through him, Cubism emerged. This was not a result of the narrowness of his personal spiritual world but a reflection of the entire era. Human beings are becoming increasingly impoverished in spirit, and Picasso revealed this reality. This helps us understand why contemporary art often doesn't seem beautiful. We live on a flat plane, constructed by technology and capital, with no higher ideals to guide us upward. Rebuilding the pursuit of truth in today's world is immensely difficult, and art, too, is a pursuit of truth.